taste. Praise all Bingus. Thank you, Bingus, for the. This is has the drinks, and I can't do that.
Oh yeah, don't do that. I need to check my 100.
Now this one has the drink. Praise all Bingus for this day to give us McDonald's.
Okay. Hey everyone, it's Isabel. Okay.
Me next take is just me with a blade.
I won't do that. I'll stop it and then just be quiet. Hey everyone, it's Isabel. Today I'm here with my friend.
My name's Kaspor, but you can call me Kayla because I don't really care. That's my channel name, Kaspor.
Okay, so today we're doing, well, as you can tell by the title, we're doing a McDonald's mukbang. A mukbang.
This is actually really have it.
Yeah, bang, mukbang. This is it. Okay, you wanna open these now?
This is chaotic.
Yeah, that's us.
This is the first time we see each other in 3 months because she just got back.
Yeah.
Also piano.
Oh, I ripped the bag.
See, that's what I was trying to
Oh,
do.
the smell.
Texted me like a month before she came back. She was like, I haven't had McDonald's until they put it upside down.
Oh my god, we need to get cups for the chocolate milk.
Oh, this is weird.
We can do that when we bring Joseph's food up. That's my frappe. They didn't have milkshake, so I got a frappe.
Your
We'll
sister's
organize this all.
one.
We'll organize this all and we'll come back.
Your sister's one household.
Here's our table of food. So fun! Okay, so we're gonna eat our food and we're gonna talk about life.
We have
a life.
Maybe, sure.
That's a we've been around for a while.
It's pretty broad topic, just life.
Life, I guess. I don't know, a million things.
Let's talk about high school. We can get
We could talk about high school. I'm gonna eat my nuggets first.
I want to open this Happy Meal. I just wanted the
Yeah,
toy.
okay, let's open a Happy Meal first.
I just wanted the toy.
Okay.
There's small fries. The smallest fries I've ever seen in my entire life.
Look at these tiny little minuscule fries.
And then there's... Oh my god, wait, the toy looks cute. I don't know what it
Whoa!
looks kind of cute though. It's not. I would actually not, but what is this one? Soul? Is it Disney?
Remember when they used to do this, like, oh, it's a new Disney movie.
I don't know what this is, but it's actually kind of... I'm hungry. I haven't eaten.
Go ahead.
I ate like a pomegranate, like just like 2 like small pieces of it and coffee. Groups and anime. That's kind of it.
We could talk about high school before Corona.
It was high school. Like nothing.
Not just high school. It was a bad experience. It was fine.
It was fine. It wasn't the worst.
But we had some weird things.
Yeah, but what?
Right in this basement.
But like, what? Well, high school doesn't have weird things. If you didn't go through high school without one weird thing happening to you, you did not live high school.
No, but we had an absurd amount of weird things, like bad luck.
One thing, it was like, what's a cult, but not actually a cult. And I said all drama clubs. I don't care what you say or who you are. All drama clubs are a cult.
Sure.
If you go to high school, your drama club's a cult.
Those were good chicken nuggets.
I love chicken nuggets. I really wanted to, okay, McDonald's betrayed us. When we were ordering this, I was like, I want chicken tenders. She was like, there's no chicken tenders. I was like, what? But then they brought back the McRib.
Oh, those are available all day. Guess no more breakfast all day, but the apple fritter.
Oh yeah, they got rid of breakfast all day. And I was like,
cinnamon roll, available all day. I haven't had McDonald's a long time.
3 months.
3-ish months before I left for college. I don't even remember when I had it before I left. So I literally like a month and a half into college, I was on the phone with Kayla, and I was like, when I get home, can we go get McDonald's?
And I was like, hell yeah.
And do a mukbang? Like, yes, obviously. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this Big Mac. I'm gonna cry. Oh, we should tell the weird stories we have, and we're no longer friends with people. Sophomore year, you're part of a really big group. Like, really big group.
It started like freshman, sophomore year. Like the end of
freshman year, all of sophomore year, ended junior year. Ended like end of sophomore year, beginning of junior year. Well, no, ended junior year because we went to prom. I went to prom with them. I went to prom with part of that group.
Oh, I did end of junior year.
Yeah, end of junior-ish year. Yeah. Well, I feel like for some people it ended. It
ended different time.
For like one person it would end this time. It was weird. So
you can tell the story because like I really wasn't affected because I just left because I was just like
I like throwing parties, like not like parties, but like cute little like parties with a few friends.
Like
Get together
we don't party.
They're always like really cute. Yeah, we don't party.
We don't.
But party. it's like a food party. I always make sure there's really cute foods. Make this punch. Decorate the basement. Always, it's really cute. So I had Halloween parties like every year.
They start there. I feel like it started a little bit earlier.
No, yeah, and also the tea started for everyone at different times, but
true. It kind of never started for me. I kind of just dipped. I just kind of was. Well,
I didn't even want to get involved. I don't like drama at all. I hate it. It's so annoying. It's just also not worth it, and it makes me really upset and depressed.
Yeah,
and I just like don't need it.
People who like find drama, I don't.
I don't understand how people like drama. It just makes me really depressed and stressed out about life. I have really bad judgment, I guess, sometimes when it comes to people because I pick really bad friends sometimes. Now I'm fine. Now I have like great friends, and I'm like my judgment was good. It's a very 50-50. It's very 50-50.
I'm sorry, the fact that you were like, yeah, I had like a big group, and now like we both have like 4 friends maximum.
We're just like, it's just I had really bad judgment. It was always a 50-50. I was like, whatever. And there were always red signs, and I was like, that's concerning, but whatever. I was like, whatever.
You're still a good person.
Don't grow out of it.
I think in psychology, like we may think that we have a good judgment of this person, but when other people tell us, our judgment is clouded because we think this person is a good person.
Oh yeah.
Wait, why did you get these 2 cups again?
Chocolate milk.
That's not chocolate milk, it's just straight milk. I'm not drinking straight up milk.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I'll try their milk.
Why would you do that? Why would you start with this?
Let's do that later.
Okay.
Anyway, so I do a Halloween parties. And what did I go as? Was that the year that I went as Ladybug from Miraculous or Spider? No, that was Ladybug, right?
No, you were. I don't remember what you were, but because you dressed up as Senior for Hire.
So, yeah, so it was Ladybug then.
Were you?
Okay. Yeah, so I was Ladybug that year. I can't even. I hate this.
I hate this story.
Because it was still affecting us a year later. It was so annoying.
I told my psych class was like, when I told them the story, they were like...
They don't even know the story yet. We're telling them reactions. Okay, anyway. So it was a big group of us. It was a pretty significant group.
It wasn't that big, but like, it was
bigger than I normally have.
It was our friend group, so...
It was our friend group, and it was bigger than I normally have. Usually I have less than 10 people. And this was like a good 12 people.
Like, I'd say like 15.
Mm-hmm. So, I had a table, like a big table here where we ate and played games. I was chilling out.
Most of us were playing Uno.
I was not. I was sitting on the couch with my other friend, who I'm still friends with. You guys know her. If you watch my vlogs, you know her. Or if you saw the snuck out of the house. Sitting on the couch, I was texting my mom, trying to figure out what food we should bring down next. And I was like, okay, like, what do we want to bring down next? Like, what appetizers do we want to go food now?
Remind you, she was over there, and everything's going on over here.
I'm not near anyone, except for my friend who I'm sitting next to, who's on her phone trying to help me figure this out. And I didn't know there were any issues going on. I didn't notice anything.
I saw the issue.
I was like, oh, they're playing Uno, fun. I need to figure this out. When I have parties, I don't tend to enjoy myself. I tend to just stay focused and like, okay, what's next? What do I have to make sure everyone else has a good time and I'm not?
No, but like I saw it, but like we're gonna say in like 1 minute. But I saw it and I was just like, why?
Okay, yeah. So there was a girl dressed up as a pirate, and this dude dressed up as a foot who was dating the girl dressed up as a Cookie Monster.
Like an actual foot. Like we're talking like he dressed up like head to toe as a foot.
Yeah. And his girlfriend dressed up as a onesie of a Cookie Monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this girl dressed up as a pirate, very flirtatious personality.
You know people with like flirty personalities? That's her.
Mm-hmm. I guess I didn't see the situation, but from what I was told after the fact, she was flirting with this girl's boyfriend in front of her.
I'm not joking. It was his girlfriend, him, and her next to her. And I was like, what? I'm like, y'all got some balls to be even attempting to do it in the first place. And in front of her, too. It was weird. It was really weird.
So, I didn't see any of it happen. But the reason I know is because the next day, I get confronted individually by both of these girls. One girl blames me for having the party.
The girlfriend.
The girlfriend blames me that this girl flirted with her boyfriend because I held the party.
Did y'all hear that? She got blamed because she threw the party in her house. And
I don't
someone
control
else
this girl's tongue.
Exactly, someone else was flirting with someone else's boyfriend that you have literally no control over and did not even care, wasn't even like there for it.
And other people were mad at me for it too. Her friends were mad at me for it too.
That made no sense to me. I was like, what?
And that's really when the drama started for me.
Like, even if I wasn't friends with her and I was on the other side, I was still like, that's
and then the other girl who was flirting with this girl boyfriend got mad at me for having the party because this girl was mad at her for flirting with her boyfriend.
Of course she's mad at you. You flirted with her boyfriend. I
was like, I'm literally not doing anything. I was like, I met you.
I was just playing Uno. So
I was feeding you food. Like,
I don't understand what was their problem. Like, what was they
just needed someone to be mad at.
I didn't understand the ultimate goal because I was
like, why don't you be mad at the girl who flirted with your boyfriend? And why don't you be mad at yourself for flirting with someone's boyfriend in front of them?
And do you know what happened? They still ended up being friends in the end. But then they would also talk shit about each other all the time. And they always like tell me they're like, I hate this. I hate her so much. And I'm like, do you think I care? That was the thing. I was like,
yeah, that was really bad. That was like the weirdest drama I've ever gotten myself into, and I literally didn't do anything.
I told my entire side class this entire story, and they were like, what? They're like, wait, they got mad at the girl for throwing the party?
But I told some of the people in my English class. Because that situation, they're still mad at me senior year. And I was like...
That made no sense.
A year later, I was like, you guys are still bringing this up? I was like,
we're still going to talk
But it wasn't even those two girls who brought it up. It was other girls who were, like, mad at me for it. And I was like, I was like, what?
I just thought that was so stupid. I was like, this is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I was like, we're literally juniors in high school. We're fighting over someone else throwing a party because someone else flirted with your boyfriend.
And I'm the only one who ever hosts parties. We use my house. I provide the food. I prep. I do everything. I never have fun. I literally am sitting there stressed
Sometimes
about
I'm
everything.
up with her preparing the food.
Yeah.
Till like it's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, like we go out and I'm always the one doing it.
It was probably the most idiotic thing. Should we talk about the other one? I don't really want to talk about her.
Yeah, I don't want to give her that attention. Maybe another time. Yeah, eventually we'll talk about that. What other weird story? We have a lot of weird football stories. Football games.
Well, we didn't have a lot of weird football. It was just that one time. Because one time we went with the entire group, the same group that we had the drama with, and there's obviously something happened. But since we stopped going with them, nothing bad ever happened again. Like, we were fine. We were vibing the entire football game.
I think the moral of the stories that we're sharing is big groups don't mean good things.
They really don't. Like,
I guess we can tell that story. That's a really weird story.
What, the homecoming one?
Was that homecoming that happened?
That whole thing, yeah.
That was homecoming? I thought that was just a random football game.
No, that was homecoming because I went to the other side to go visit my friend. And then the whole thing, I came back and everything was happening.
My sister and her friend went to get food. And I was like, okay, chill. Okay, so basically, what was the theme that time? Every football game we have a theme.
It was
a whiteout. Was it a whiteout?
It was homecoming. Yeah, it was whiteout. I have still this picture still this day.
Dope. We had a whiteout. It was junior year again. Freshman year was a pink out, sophomore year was a blackout, junior year was a whiteout, senior year was a blowout.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try this milk.
That's disgusting.
No. I don't want to drink it from here because that's
straight up milk.
Yeah.
Do you need help?
No, I got it. Ew.
Exactly. Did you shake it?
No.
Ew.
I don't care. It's not gonna be good anyway.
Exactly. So why are you drinking it?
Why not?
You drink up straight up milk. I don't trust you.
I don't like milk at all. I like chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk's good.
See?
It's not.
Shook it.
You want to? I'll do it with you.
Yeah.
I don't. If you drink straight up milk like for pleasure, I don't trust you.
I really don't want it. I love how we're stalling. We're like, yeah, no milk. Ew, it smells weird.
Why does it smell like that?
It tasted disgusting. Milk doesn't smell like that.
Oh, the homecoming thing.
Oh yeah. They got distracted.
Wait.
Anyway, so we were at homecoming chilling on the bleachers. We wanted to sit with the bleacher creatures, but the rest of the group didn't want to.
I actually don't know what happened. I really don't.
So we sat near the band, which was fine.
Everywhere in this game. And then I come back and...
But I think it was more fun.
You said the story because when I came back, it was just a wreck.
Yeah, so we were sitting near the band, which I love the band. But honestly, it's just, we sat with Bleacher Creatures this year. It was a lot more fun. Yeah.
But remind me, this is also homecoming, and like, they don't know what Bleacher Creatures are.
Oh, yeah. Basically fans.
Yeah, basically like Bleacher Creatures, like we like
fans.
Chant, and like we like, cheer on the football team, That's what, and we stand the entire time.
That's the part I don't like. I don't like standing.
But, like, it was pretty fun.
It was fun, though. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and my sister and her friend, she's not in school. She's not in high school at this point. She's in 8th grade. And she was just coming because she wanted to see and stuff. So her and her friends, I'm in charge of them. I'm in charge of these children. I
don't know why it feels like it's like I feel like it was like 3 years ago.
Because we made better memories.
That's true.
So they were like, we're gonna go get food, and I was like, okay, just be careful and come back and don't die. Just basically text me if there's any issues and be back soon. They took a good 20 minutes. That was a big issue. 20 to 30 minutes for them to get back. But
well, the line is long. So
but they went before. The line is long during halftime.
But it's still long, like no matter what.
Yeah, but
because when I left,
but maybe it just felt like so much longer and so much more important that they got back because of what happened.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting with my friends
because I remember seeing them when I left, and I remember seeing them when I came back.
Yeah. So I was sitting with my friends at the time. Not now. And oh my god, I literally just like, okay. I'm trying to think of how it happened.
I think didn't they go to like the diner?
No, they just got up and walked into the woods.
No, they wanted to go to the park.
No, they wanted to go back to someone's house to pee.
What?
So two girls got up to go to the bathroom to pee. And they didn't want to pee in the porta potty because, fair enough, it's disgusting.
That's fair enough.
And she lived about a 5-minute walk, I guess. So these two girls were walking back, and I guess so they went to the bathroom, whatever. Everyone else decides to get up, and they're like, "Oh, let's go for a walk," and then they like don't come back for like a good 5-10 minutes, and I'm like, "Where the hell did they go?" And at first I thought they were just like under the bleachers. Because that's what they told me they were going. They're like, oh, we're going to hang out and walk to under the bleachers. But they were just under the bleachers chilling. And I was like, cool.
Oh, didn't she also, like, lose her phone?
Yeah.
That same day. And we were all, like, franked with that?
Yeah. First she lost her phone. This girl loses her phone. Drops it under the bleachers.
No, we couldn't find it underneath the bleachers for, like, it said it was underneath the bleachers, so we were looking for it underneath the bleachers for the longest time. And then she was like, no, it's fine, like, forget about it. I was like, it's your phone.
It's your phone.
And she left without her phone.
She found it because she texted me. They come back 5 minutes later after hanging out under the bleachers or whatever. I don't know what they're doing. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go into the woods because the boys we were with were like, come on, let's go to the woods. Come on.
Yeah, because
the woods behind our school are not safe.
They have a path, but they didn't go on the path. They went without the path.
If you're not in the path, it's not safe.
I know where you're from.
Yeah, ooh.
This tastes good.
Yeah, that's just... Oh, I was not expecting that. Yeah. Ooh, I'm not expecting that. You
Wait,
sweet.
I got this thing wrong.
Yeah.
It just...
What?
Me too. It smells like... It doesn't smell like cinnamon. It smells like just frosting, like cake frosting.
Oh, they didn't have milkshakes, so I got the Sprat.
Because when's the milkshake machine ever working?
So I guess I can try and dip it in here. I always dip my french fries in milkshake.
I find that kind of weird. Just slightly weird, but like,
anyway, so then they went into the woods, and I was like, that's really not a smart idea. And I was like, okay, like, be back. And they're like, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
They were not back in 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't know, because I wasn't there.
They were gone for about 40 minutes.
I left because we were versing a school that I know a lot of people from, and my best friend all the time she was on the band, so I went to go visit her because it was like halftime or something. No, it was like in the middle of the game, they weren't playing, So I went to go visit them. And I came back and then everything was going on.
So I was there with one other girl. And I was just like...
It tastes like a soda roll. You want to taste it?
I'm good. I am not going to taste that.
It's like, okay, it's not the best, but...
But they were just like, okay, like, we're going to go in the woods. And because these boys were begging them to go with them. And they went because they liked said boys.
No, weren't they? No, they weren't dating.
No, they weren't dating yet. So they went, and I get a text from the girl who lost her phone. And she goes, come find me. And I was like, what? And I was like...
What?
I was
What's
like,
that supposed to mean?
I don't know. So I was like, what? And then signal goes out because they're in the woods. And texts weren't going through. I was like, where are you guys? Like, I can't find you if you don't tell me where you are. Like, are you in trouble? What's going on? No one texts me back. I feel like it's very hard to explain what happened in detail, but it got very hectic because no one could find them and no one could reach them. And they left the one girl that they were supposed to bring home. Left her. And she was like, I need my ride home. And she was freaking out, and I was freaking out, and my sister wasn't there, and I was freaking out. And these girls were, like, swimming in the, like, little ravine.
Oh, I was like, what? Oh, like...
They went to the
bridge? Mm-hmm. Were they on the bridge or...
They were swimming in the disgusting water. Because the boys wanted to swim.
Ew, that is disgusting.
And so then they all went swimming.
They're just like crazy. They just like do crazy things and it's like.
And I was like freaking out because that text scared the living shit out of me. I was like, find you? I was like, what's going on? So then I was freaking out, and no one could like reach. It was bad. So then I got back, and I was stressed out. I was having a panic attack because this girl they were supposed to bring home was having a panic attack. And I started freaking out because I hadn't heard from my sister and her friends. I hadn't heard from them. And they sent me some weird cryptic message that I still can't figure out. They went to the woods for like 40 minutes, went swimming, didn't tell anyone but me. And so the girls who went to the bathroom and came back and they're like, where is it? I was like, I don't know where anyone is. They said they went to the woods. And then it was very irresponsible that they did that. It was very childish. And it was very unsafe and just stupid. And it's like, if it was in the middle of the day, fine. But it's pitch black outside. Mm-hmm. And you're going with these boys, one, that they, at that point, really didn't know all that well. They really didn't know them all that well. It's
really pitch black. It's also cold. So it's like football season, mind you.
It's also like a lot of people are around. They're in the middle of the woods. It's not safe.
There's also people, like, at our school.
Weird people.
No, it's our school. And it's like the woods, but then also people live in the woods, like across.
You can be on someone's property and you don't know.
Yeah, people's property. There's also like people who just randomly just like come out of nowhere. And plus like people just like walk there too, so it's kind of just like really weird and just not safe there. So we were all stressed out, freaking out. They come back, and the girl who texted me was like, "What? Why are you guys freaking out? What do you mean?
Why are you guys mad at us? What's going on?" Being manipulative. Just being like, what? We didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean? Like,
I'm like, you didn't do anything. So you left this girl abandoned.
So we had to explain to them, and they still couldn't
get it. And then they were like, this one girl. Oh,
the one with the flirty personality?
No.
Oh.
The one who got mad at me, that the girl flirted. Both of them, I think.
Oh, the girlfriend?
The girlfriend of the other story started screaming at me that I was mad at them because they abandoned this girl. And because they sent me some weird message, and they, like, left without telling anyone. Except for me.
You're yelling at me for having
and I was just like, and they were like, we didn't do anything wrong, we're just trying to have fun. And I was like, I get that, but, like, you can't do that. That's really irresponsible.
You can't just leave.
You can do it in a better way. Like, you left this girl, and I was like, excuse me, you don't get to be mad at me. I'm mad at you. And you messed up.
I still tried to explain to them, and they still didn't get it.
They still didn't understand it. And I was like, how do you not understand you're being irresponsible? And I was like, fine, like, you want to go to the woods, fine, but don't tell everyone you're going to be back in 5-10 minutes and not come back for 40 minutes. Also, when this girl got back, the girl who's playing all innocent tried to give me a hug. I was like, why are you trying to hug me right now?
That's not the best time, actually. Even when someone's having a panic attack, that's just not the best time to hug someone. I was like, I don't need a hug. You messed up. I was like, so what did that message mean? She goes, huh? And I was like, the message you texted me, funny. And she goes, oh, I thought it was funny. And I was like,
funny to stress me out, to say come find me, but not give me any context of where you are, what was going on.
Oh, so there's no Wi-Fi.
There's no Wi-Fi. And also the Wi-Fi at our school is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad to begin with, and also it was in the middle of the woods. So that's also a thing. This
moral of that story, don't go into the woods and be an idiot. Like, just because you like these boys, and you were like, you didn't want to go originally.
I thought there was 5 of them. It was the girlfriend, the clueless one, and then there was the 2 boys that they liked, and then it was the flirting one. They all went.
She went because she was like, oh, I need to go with them. Oh, and the girl I was left with, other than the one they abandoned, also got mad at me.
Why is she?
They were like, you don't need to be stressed out. I was like, you were stressed out too. You were mad at them too. She goes, they apologized. I was like, no, they didn't.
What?
They did not apologize. In fact, they just made excuses. They got mad at me.
Mind you, I was still vibing with my friends, like I haven't seen in a while, and then I come back and it's an emotional wreck, and I'm just like, what?
And then we all got into a huge fight.
You did me
all. And we were leaving, and I was like, hey guys, before we leave, we have like 5 minutes before we leave, can we just please talk so we don't end this on anger notes? And the girl looked at me and goes, no, I don't want to talk about this. And I was like, well, if we ignore it, the situation's not going to go in. And she goes, yes, it will. And left. And I was like, it's literally not how situations work.
Remind you, they they sit at a different table. Like in junior, we didn't sit at the same table, nor did they sat at a different table. Halloween was no, that was hers.
So that's where the drama started. And then no wonder they got mad at me.
Because of Halloween.
No, they obviously got mad at me at the Halloween thing because of the homecoming thing.
Because I didn't know they were dating until they told me. Until someone else. They
weren't dating at any of the football games. No, unless they were dating, but the other 2 weren't. That's what it was.
The other 2
The foot and the cookie were dating.
The foot and
they were dating at homecoming. That makes the other 2 were not.
I know the other 2 wasn't, but like I thought they were dating before.
Also, some dude tried to invite himself to my Halloween party. So I never knew about him.
Ew.
I'm like, I don't know you.
Ew.
He literally didn't even ask me. Asked the clueless girl. But I was having the Halloween thing, and I was just like, oh yeah, it's the big group, already having a lot of people that I normally have. Yeah, and I know everyone coming.
Because people started inviting other people, and it was.
No, but you can't do that.
I remember there's this situation, and like they got like mad at each other at one point, and it. Wait, so let me explain the story. So I had my table, and then there was the group of guys, and they were at their table, right? She sat across like the room from us. Like we all were in the same room. What happened was that one time they were throwing, so they throw things at each other all the time. So then apparently, do you know what story I'm talking about?
I have a feeling I do.
So they were throwing like an orange peel at each other, and it hit someone's face. And then it hit someone's face, and the guy that she didn't know, basically they were blaming him. They're like, you threw the orange peel, you threw the orange peel.
Didn't it hit someone's brother or something?
No, just listen to the story. So basically, there's these 2 brothers there, right? At the time, we didn't even know they were brothers. But basically, the guy that she didn't know at the time, basically, they were like joking around like, you threw. He's like, I did not throw it. And he got really mad and threw over one of the brothers. And like, we just sat there and was just like, their brother was like, just sit down. And he just had this red tomato face. It was probably the funniest thing I've ever witnessed in my entire high school career. It happened out of no, like my table just ignores this table. So like, we were just like, no. So then beside my table was ignoring it. We were playing Uno or something, and he was like, I did not throw the orange peel. And we were just like, when it was like really early in the morning, and like Cass crew was supposed to be there at 8. Not everyone was there. Crew. I was the only one there. I was depressed. I was sad. And
What show was this?
I don't remember, but it was me and our IT guy. It was me, our IT guy, and like just a couple other just people, right? It was just me and him, right? For like a good hour, and he was like, "Why'd you come so early?" I'm like, "Cause you told." I literally, no joke, put in my headphones the loudest it can be, and it was like, I guess he told me, but I didn't hear it. He was like, "If anyone knocks on the door, let me know," cause I didn't know. obviously I didn't know because apparently he also put in his headphones with the chainsaw, like with like the saw. The chainsaw, whatever it's called, the saw. Like he had his headphones in as he had like the muffled thing is, and apparently I was sitting there depressed and sad with my headphones in, and our director is banging at the door to let her in, and she's like, she sees me like through like the, because there's a door and there's also a door to the stage, so she's banging at the door, and a couple of the people are just sitting there, and I'm just sitting there just depressed and sad with my headphones on maximum volume until someone had to call me, and I was like, why are they calling me? And I was like, and I answered, and I was like, hello. They're like, can you open the door? And I was like, what? I take out my headphones, I turn up, they're banging at the door. It was just like the director, the co-director, and like 2 people, but they were like, open the door, please. And I was like, oh, and I like waved back, I'm like, the door? And he's like, what? And I'm like, oh. It was probably it's probably one of the most embarrassing things. Like, yet so like I wasn't doing anything. Like I was just sitting there.
My favorite days were Dunkin' days, which were Saturdays. We all got Dunkin' Saturday. Yeah, I miss that.
I remember like I didn't realize like like as we were going through the entire show, I knew it was my last show, but
I refused to acknowledge it.
It was my last show till the last show. Like I was like,
yeah. We were just like, it's so fun. Oh, we'll do this again next time. It's like, and we're like, there is no next time. Well, it's snowing, by the way. I had the flu at the beginning of the year. It was the flu. I did not have COVID. I had the flu. I was tested for the flu. I tested positive. Everyone was like,
that time he was like, yeah, you were really sick.
What was that?
In the picnic.
I remember going to the nurse, and I was sitting there. And I literally, it was the first fever I ever had in my life. I've never gotten a fever before. Well, I guess the nurse.
When was this? Like, do you remember what month?
I remember, no. It was February. It was February, July, end of January, beginning of February, because I had the flu during my mom's birthday, and I had to go downstairs in a mask before masks were a thing.
That is true. I do remember.
Yeah. So I
remember you texting me. Like,
I remember the day I started not feeling well. I was like, I don't feel well, but I'm just gonna go to school, whatever. I went to school because I was like, I can't get an absence. It's so bad for high school and stuff. But because they were very strict with it. I was in the nurse, and they were like, you don't have a fever. I was like, I feel like I might. And I I thought I was gonna pass out. So I literally was on the wall, and my mom was like, yeah, I'm coming to get her. Like, I get sick. When I get sick, I get really sick. But I don't ever go to the nurse unless I have to. I've had bad experiences with doctors and nurses in the past, so I'd prefer not to go if I don't have to, but I was like, I have to go. So I went, and I sat there with my head on the wall, literally crying. And when I'm crying and I'm sick, you know it's bad.
I remember, like, you left me alone. You feel really bad.
I know, because everyone else was getting help, and you were in lunch alone. I was like, I can't. I'm sorry.
I went to go get math help, but then my teacher was like, I can't. And I was like,
yeah. And then you got back, and I go, I need to go to the nurse.
And I was like, okay, go. And then she's like,
I feel really bad. I don't want to leave you.
But like, I like watched Netflix the entire time I was driving.
Then I went, and I remember this day vividly. God, I don't know why I remember this day vividly, but I remember sitting there on the wall, crying, sick, and then lo and behold, guess who walks in the nurse's office?
Who? Just your luck. Just comes in.
Just bloody nose. I was like, oh shit. No.
Oh my.
And then my mom came and I left, and then I went to the doctor and they're like, you do have a fever. I don't know why they didn't tell you.
Thanks.
They were like, we don't know why they told you didn't. And I was like, I literally should have having a panic attack.
I've never
had a fever before. I don't know what to do.
I feel like the nurse's like office, like the moms, because
they don't work. Because I had a fever and they said no, you don't. And I was like, I went to the doctor and like, you have a fever.
I'm like,
I should have having a panic attack.
I remember like I had like a 102 fever one time, and like I went to the nurse and like it only says like 99, and I was like, when I went to go take my temperature at home, it was literally 102. So I was like, how can you go to 99 to 102 and literally, I guess it killed in like a couple of hours, but like that's a very
their thermometers were broken.
I feel like it's like that's a very significant time, like 102.
I've never had a fever before, and that was the scariest moment ever, because I started having a panic attack, which makes your illness worse, by the way.
It's like bad.
The first snowstorm. It didn't snow last year.
It didn't snow last year.
It hadn't snowed in a few years, actually. It snows, but then it melts.
These are so still.
I know. I was just like, these are not great. Really missed my milkshake with it, but it's fine. This is good. This is actually really good. Like,
I don't like caramel.
Fully a milkshake, but it was really good. Here in home, I don't like going out. I like staying inside my house.
I like staying inside.
I only like seeing a few select people. I don't like leaving my house. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I remember
my parents are like, you need to leave the house. You can't be cooped up. I'm like, I'm good.
I think I'm good. Man.
I'm good. As long as
your mom told me when they came to visit you, like at your other house. They're like, yeah, we love when she has people over because she leaves the house. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, to get food.
But we didn't really leave the house.
We went, got food, and came back.
We went food, came back. We went to like
the bay
for like
20 minutes.
Yeah. I remember we went to the beach for literally 20 minutes and left.
Well, because we were very uncomfortable.
I still have a tan from that trip.
How?
I don't know, man. Like if
it was a while ago.
You're telling me. I remember when I was younger, I got like swept up in the ocean, and I was like sick, and then this guy had to come and save me because I was like, help.
I went to a Cimarelli concert. It was really fun. My favorite thing I've ever went to is the Once Upon a Time convention.
Nice.
I went to a Riverdale convention.
My dream would be to meet Cole Sprouse.
Emily, we met Camila Mendez, which Emily shares a birthday with her. And she was like, I got to meet her birthday twins. It was really cute. But my favorite thing was the Once Upon a Time convention. That I met Jennifer Morrison and Colin O'Donoghue, and I got a picture with them, and that made me the happiest person ever. Who were the first YouTubers you watched? I can't remember mine.
Shane Dawson, Gabby Hanna.
Those were the first YouTubers you watched?
Those were like kind of.
Those were like second. Not Shane Dawson, but Gabby Hanna was like after Vine ended.
No,
or like before Vine.
Because I remember I was on Vine and I went to go see them.
Oh, see, the first YouTubers I watched were Colleen Ballinger.
No, I just thought that Miranda was really annoying. So I thought
I watched Miranda and Colleen.
I just thought Miranda was really annoying. Sometimes I really think she's annoying. I just don't like the voice. I love Colleen and I will support her. I probably am subscribed to Miranda. I just won't watch the video.
And then I has Cupquake. I loved her.
I don't know.
I loved her series.
I love
Baby Toby.
Baby Joe.
Baby Joby. Baby Joby. All I wanted to do was mine.
I feel like Joey Graceffa,
Joey I watched. Stacey I watched.
Ellie Charlotte.
Love Lizzie and Joel.
I can't. She's an unproblematic queen.
We love her. Who else? Oh, I watched Cimarelli. That was like the first thing I watched.
I remember watching Shane Dawson a lot.
I didn't watch Shane.
Oh, I used to watch BF versus GF all the time.
Oh my god, that was tea.
That was
when that happened. That was the most dramatic thing that happened in my life. There was a hole in the ceiling. I thought it was a spider. I got really scared for a second. I was like,
why are you scared when underneath me?
Who else did I watch?
I don't really. I remember my friends were really into Markiplier, and I was just not.
I couldn't. I never got into PewDiePie.
Me neither.
I'm trying to think of who else I watched. Zoella. I watched Zoella. She was how I found out I had anxiety. I watched her video explaining her panic attacks and anxiety in the corner of my room on my beanbag chair, and I started crying. Because I was like, this is exactly how I feel. And then my mom walked in on me crying, and that's when she was like, okay, we're going to take you to a doctor now. And that's how I found out I had anxiety and depression.
Stacey Plays was she was my favorite YouTuber.
I hope you all liked our mukbang.
It was more of us talking.
More of us talking than eating. But I hope you all liked it. McDonald's is good. Not for you, but good food.
Not sponsored, but...
Not sponsored, but McDonald's, your food is okay. It tastes great. It's filling. It makes my stomach hurt. But it tastes great.
It's snowing.
It's snowing and it's storming. But that's pretty much it. I hope you... Literally, it's dark now.
I know.
We started when it was light out.
It was like light out. I came really 1-ish.
Yeah. Alright, so I hope you all liked the mukbang. Maybe we'll do it again and tell you the tea that we didn't tell you. That's our life so far, kind of-ish, part of it.
It was very chaotic.
Very chaotic, kept getting distracted. Alright, so I hope you all liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!